Good morning, everyone. Hello. I hope that this morning you are doing really well, or whenever you're watching this video. We are going to have, we're going to have some fun with embellishments today, and I think it's going to be, I hope this will be really helpful because I know that embellishments can be something that can be a challenge. Where do you put them? How do you lay them out? And all of that kind of stuff without ruining the look of your layout, right? Often we start with what I have here in front of me. Paper, photos are on, now what, right? And just so that you know, this is the Eat, Play, Love collection. And I will be honest with you, I at first thought, I don't know if I have anything that matches this paper. I don't think I have photos, and I didn't buy it at first because I don't buy everything in the catalog. I can't do that. But then this memory popped up in my memories on Facebook, and I knew instantly I needed to track the rest of these photos down. It was just this one that was posted, and it talked about my son Nathaniel. So these are from 2014. So he's much larger now. And I will say he probably doesn't enjoy baking as much as he used to then. But this whole thing started because he wanted to bake cookies while Ariana, my older daughter, my oldest, was at a birthday party. And so we buy cookie dough as a fundraiser from our school, and that's really fun, and the kids just scoop it out and make cookies. But he said, I don't want to do it like that. I said, anyway, he wanted to do it the whole shebang way from scratch. And so we did that. And of course, the best part of baking with Mommy is you get to lick the beater. And so I had to put a few photos on that. I'm going to show you what pattern I used. This is from our Make It From Your Heart Volume 3. So this is the third volume. We've had this one for a while. This is our pattern 28, and I'm going to pull this book in a few times as we talk about how to place embellishments, but this is where I got this pattern from. I did change it a little bit because I wanted to use just one strip of this paper on the bottom, and that was only 2.5 inches or 2 inches. So I added a zip strip, I added a sticker strip and a zip strip to kind of build up that bottom. Now, there is no stamping on this layout. We're not going to do any stamping, but you can certainly convert any of the things that I am talking to you about today into using stamps. So first of all, I left my notes way over here. Let me pull them over so I can see them. And I would love to hear from you. If you're on the replay, comment. If you're live, comment below. What is your biggest challenge when it comes to embellishments? What is the thing that you get stuck on the most? Is it the type of embellishment to use? Is it the color? Is it the placement? And all of those things. And what is it that is so challenging about embellishing? And when you put it together, are you always happy with how your layout looks? So what's your biggest challenge? And hopefully I will answer that in this live. All right. So first of all, one of the questions that I think that we ask ourselves a lot is, can I have too many embellishments? And some people will go, oh no, absolutely not. Just throw them on. The embellishments are great. They bring out the colors in the photos or the papers. They add so much fun and uniqueness to your layouts and all those kinds of things. I'm afraid I'm going to burst your bubble. There is such thing as too many embellishments. Let me give you an example. So here's our sticker sheet. And I've got these really cute wood cut embellishments on our sticker sheet. Now I've already taken the sticky off of this sticker because I want to put it here in my title spot, but I wanted to be able to move it around a little bit. And now we have all of these little things. So if I just start placing them in wherever I felt like it without giving it a whole lot of thought, Okay, so I want to have the little spatula because it's so cute, and the little whisk. Let's put it over here with that guy. And of course a heart. We need hearts, and there's some little flowers. And oh, maybe I should fill in this space here a little bit. All of these fun wood flowers. Now I know that maybe I shouldn't put them out too far, but I love them. I just love them, and I want them everywhere because they're so cute. Because embellishments are super cute. And oh, while I'm at it, I'm going to throw some maybe sparkles or sequins to dress it up a little bit, because that is fun. Now, obviously, I'm not sticking anything down here. I want to give you an idea. So, here's a layout. I could attach all of these things, but there's something wrong with it, right? It doesn't add to the layout at all. I mean, it adds some interest maybe, but it doesn't actually make things look pretty or cohesive or together. And that's what you want to do. The other thing that happens when you do embellishments like this is that your eye doesn't know where to look. Now, given the choice of paper, because I chose a lighter background and my photos are now popping off the page, I'm going to look at my photos first, but that was a paper choice. Right now, my eye is going everywhere. And that's one of the main rules about embellishing, is that you want to pull your eye, whoever's looking at your page, it's a visual aesthetic rule. You want to pull the person's eye across your page, not bounce it all over the place. And so by doing embellishments like this, I'm bouncing them everywhere, and there's no place for my eye doesn't know where to look. Okay? So I'm going to pull these off. Just gonna go, oops, they're falling on the floor. I'll get them later. And we're going to talk about how you can place your embellishments so that you don't have that happen. All right. All right. So what you want to do is you want to create some negative space where your eye can rest. So in this layout, there already is some negative space. There's negative space up here, and there's negative space here. And so that allows your eye to rest. So I'm not going to fill those spaces with lots of embellishments. I want to keep them there so that it focuses where I need the eyes to go, which is my photos, right? So it is possible to have too many embellishments. It really is. Keep that in mind. Where you place your embellishments is super important. So instead of just scattering them everywhere, you want to be mindful of where things are going to end up. And so one of the most aesthetically pleasing shapes is a triangle. And the way that you create a triangle is not to draw one in a line on your page. You do not do this kind of thing. Okay, I'm going to put my embellishments in a triangle. We don't do that either, right? There's the top of my triangle, and here's the bottom, right? We're not going to do that. Oops, I got a thing stuck to my nail. We're not going to do that. We're going to place them so that it is the suggestion of a triangle. All right? The other way that you do that, so you're going to do a triangle. But the way you do that can be a number of different things. So you can either have a repeated shape. So these flowers, those would be a repeated shape. The fact that they are wood is also another repeated thing. We have big hearts and we have little hearts. When you look at this, that has more weight than this. So we're not going to pair a really large heart with a really large embellishment and expect it to balance out something small on that side. You would need to create a bunch of small things to balance something larger, so that otherwise it looks like your page is actually visually tilting to one side. So we don't want that either. You can also use the same color of an item to create that visual triangle. You might take a color out of your paper that isn't in your matting or something like that and use that. And this layout here gives the perfect example of what I mean by that. So what they've got done here, especially this here, these borders, they're pink. There's no pink anywhere except for in the embellishments. And that's just pulling out some of the shading in the photos, and that's how they decided what color to do. Their triangle goes like this. This is just an added little thing to fill in that space a little bit to allow the eye to move around. And if you look at this one, their repeated shape is a circle because it comes here and there's splatters here, but there's also black dots, enamel dots, and it comes through this way. Now, there's not 3 points of that, but your eye still moves across the page and then it picks up the black right there. The other thing that's done here is that they picked up this color in the bottom, and it's there, it's there, it's there, it's there. See the triangle? Boom, boom, boom. They've also created it with the blue. It's here in the back of the title, it's here, and it's along the bottom. So there's your triangle. All really great ways to move your eyes across the page. This here, they've done it with the mat here and the zip strip. That's a natural triangle in the pattern itself. So those are some examples of what you can do. So I have, let me just see. Oh, rule of 3. I talked about that in my description. Odd numbers are also really aesthetically pleasing. They're super, for some reason it just is. I'm not really sure why, but you want to think in terms of odd numbers. So in threes, 3, maybe do 5, 7. I know those aren't multiples of 3, but the 3 is a really good place to start. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out some embellishments and I'm going to show you why I'm choosing to put them there. Now, look at that. Something is stuck to a little tiny sequin. I'm going to have to put those away later because I'm actually not using sequins, but you know what, Monica, it really is, because it makes or breaks a layout when you don't put your embellishments on. How you place your embellishment really makes or breaks a layout or a card. So this is good for cards as well. So what I'm going to do, because I really wanted to use this guy, if you notice, he's big. I could put him over here, but that just won't work. It doesn't look balanced anymore. It creates too much weight on this side. I could put him here. That could work. But then I need something over here. So instead of doing all of that, I actually wanted to give more weight to this square right here. And so what I'm going to do is actually place this, and I'm going to group them together so that they create one thing. And I'm going to try and put this down just a little bit up from the photo, just a little. And then I'm going to put this on foam tape and pop it up. You can still totally see what that is. And odd numbers even in home decorating, you are right, Monica, absolutely. So I can overlap the photo just a little bit if I want, or I don't have to. I think I might, and I might put it down a little bit, but I'm not going to attach it today. I'm going to take the time to do that, but I'm going to place my title right here, and we're going to have some fun with that. Now, what I want to do is I do really want to use this guy. So I'm not going to put it over here. This could go over here. It's a small item. And of course, I love all these hearts. I mean, I'm making memories with my little boy here, right? And so we're going to, because I have a wood thing there, I want to use this bowl. I'm going to place a wood thing over here. And you can even, I'm going to put it on, I'm actually put it on there maybe. I haven't figured it all out. I'm kind of still figuring it, deciding on things as they go. Now, this one is a bit bigger, so I'm going to actually put this little guy here too, so that it balances a little bit. And now what I need to think about is, where is my third spot for this wood embellishments? Where do I want to put it? I am going to put a little heart. These are kind of the same size. Right in here. Okay, so now we have wood, wood, and wood. Now what I can do is build up even more on that. And I don't know if I'll use the flowers because it's not a flowery page. So I might throw another heart over here. And because I love hearts, I'm going to put one here. So there's my 3. There's only 2. And this is actually 3 right here. Now my favorite part, and I'm going to show you just with the sequins, is the things like sparkles. So I'm going to use some sparkles. Actually, maybe I'll just put them down anyway. What I use to lift these guys up is my piercing tool. This is a different brand, but we sell one like this. And this is one that popped off the page. And I'm also going to use bitty sparkles. So I'm going to use 2 different sizes here. And that also will add interest to the layout and allow your eye to move as well. So I'm going to start over here because this one's not totally finished. So one of those. Now I can either do a second one, which I might do. Throw it right here. And then to cause my eye to move, I'm going to grab a little bitty one. And these guys are hard to get. See, they pop off. There we go. You can't really see that very well, but it's on there. I could put it in a number of different spots, but I'm going to do it right here so that it adds a little bit of interest on that side. Let's go over here. Grab one of those. You can use the tip of your scissors to pick these up, or tweezers. They usually come up way easier than what they're doing in my life, of course. I'm going to start to build this one here. Let me see. This is the part where I actually love embellishing layouts. I absolutely love it. It's my favorite part. I have a hard time with picking paper and photos for my stuff, but when I get to the embellishments, I just love it. Okay, I'm going to grab the tweezers because these little guys are they're not, there we go. So, I don't know if you guys are aware, but our tweezers are back. The wood elements are adorable. Like, look at this little guy. An oven mitt, and there's the spatula. They're so cute. And there's a whole pile more that I didn't even take out. Like the handheld mixer, which didn't really fit with my page since we used a standing mixer. There's a teapot and a pot. Like, they're so cute. So I've got sparkles in 2 different spots, and now I need a third. Now I have a choice here. I could do them over here, which I probably will to kind of bring that down. That's probably the best choice. There we go. And I'll put one there. And for this one, I might actually just do 2 small ones instead of, or just that. There I have an odd number. Now, do you see how that's a bit more cohesive than throwing everything everywhere? I have repeated elements. I have repeated type of item. So the wood embellishments are repeated. The hearts are repeated. And now the sparkles are repeated. And so you could add a bit more. It totally depends on what you like with your pages. There's no, like you'll see here, they've added more spots for stuff. So they've got some things here. So that's kind of like mine over there, along with the title. I could, if I wanted to, I could add some paper strips up here, like they've done in this top one. I totally could do that, and it would still look okay, as long as I kind of repeated that element throughout. What else here? I could add some interest to the top of my journaling square and add some things, which I might still do. I might throw some stickers on, and actually I should do that. so that you can see, here are some stickers. We can add a bit more stuff. Which ones? I don't want to use any big ones because I really like the way that this kind of rests, the space and stuff rests. But I have some of this color, so maybe I would choose this one, or I could do, yeah, see, this is the hard part. This is the fun part. It's fun, but it's hard sometimes. I'm going to do sugar and spice, even though that's kind of a girly thing. And I'm going to put it right up here. So now I have this. So now I need a third spot where I have those kinds of things. And I might throw on a heart. Now, normally what I do is I do all of this first and then I add in my sparkles. Let's do this heart because it's the same color. Sorry, I'm off the screen here. The little word stickers are perfect. Yes, Monica, they are really nice for adding a little bit of extra. And I'm trying to decide where to put this little heart. 1, 2, it needs to go over here. In here somewhere. I could actually even put it right on top of the heart. I could do that, and that would kind of reduce the amount of repeated. Or, I forgot those aren't stuck down. Or I can stick it up here. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to put it right there. Bit more of an angle though. So there's a few little stickers, and I think that this layout would make me happy. I think it looks good. I could add a few more things if I wanted to, but again, I would have to make sure that they are balancing around the page. That's super important. I could add a little something over here, or yeah, but again, you don't want to put a pile of stuff here. If you wanted to fill that in a little bit, you could do a bit more sparkles. You could add a little banner like they've done. But again, it needs to balance so that you have about the same amount, and that things don't look too heavy on one page. Okay? All right. Thank you. I think that we're done. So let's recap real quick. You want to make sure that you have spots for your eyes to rest. Don't just scatter embellishments everywhere. You want some of those open spaces where your eyes can rest. You want to create triangles of repeated items. So color, type, shape, all of those things are important for repeating and creating that triangle across your page or card. And then again, you want to think in terms of threes or odd numbers. Okay, that's the idea. And I think, and again, I'm sorry to tell you, it's possible to have too many embellishments. All right, so now I can't wait to stick down my wood pieces and write the story of creating with the whole shebang. Yeah, and I'm surprised I never took a picture of the cookies, but I don't have one. So anyway, thanks for joining me, and I hope that you're having a fabulous week, and I will see you right here next week. Thanks. Bye.